because today is such a special day. I love open houses. It's to get a bunch, and I've just got a truckload of old scrapbook paper. Another thing you can use are old napkins. Napkins have really interesting patterns in them that I think are just gorgeous. And what I'm going to do is just cut out a bunch of little rectangles close to the same size of different pattern paper. Okay, and I'm just going to use patterns. I'm going to try to mix it up so some of the patterns are larger, some of the patterns are smaller. But if you can see, they all have green. And my block is very green. Green, green. And what I thought would be so fun would be to take in the gorgeousness of the patterns. I don't know if you guys have been watching the Olympics. I try to watch a little bit every day, but I live in a state that has a lot of snow and a lot of ice, and so Winter Olympics are kind of a big deal. And the thing that I noticed that I love about the Olympics is the takeaway from it. I feel like I work it into my daily life. You know, the perseverance, how hard you have to work every day at your craft to make it better, and how these amazing athletes are able to deal with loss of, you know, not winning or not doing, you know, their very best that day or whatever with such grace. You know, I just can't imagine pouring my heart and soul into, you know, the one thing at such a young age. And they really are young, aren't they? At such a young age, and then, you know, not getting that medal. But it is such a great testament to all of us of, you know, coming back from defeat, of taking on hard things, of not being afraid of hard things, you know, throwing yourself down the mountain at 80 miles an hour. Oh my gosh. I can't even watch it. It's like just as bad as a horror film for me. I cannot watch, like, going down the mountain at 80 miles an hour. I can't. I can watch anything else, but I can't even stomach it. It makes me nervous just thinking about it. Okay, so my completely off subject here. Okay, so what I thought was to take some of the patterns that we have been seeing at the Olympics, which are so fun and playful, and if you look closely at them, and I've given you a little JPEG, a little image of them for the open house, but they have, you know, wonderful like floral and then geometric and two-tone and three-tone. I mean, all kinds of different, you know, just a variety of different, which I think is what makes it look so fun. So what we're going to do is just take these rectangles, and I'm going to just put them in kind of little bricks of 3 or 4 here. And if you're not comfortable cutting out a diamond shape, then for sure cut one out of a piece of cardstock and use it as a template. I'm just going to start with this as my template, and then go on to use one of these. And you can make these as big or as small as you want. This block is so tiny. I could get another block, but I like the tiny size because I've made some other ones. So all I'm going to do is just cut down my diamond shape a little bit, and whoops, I've got, and they are diamonds if you look at them. And also too, it looks on some of them that I've noticed, some of them look like they're almost overlapping. So I am not all that careful, you guys. I just think it looks more interesting if I'm not super careful with the lines. I mean, obviously I want them to be straight, but this is what we're going to do. So we're going to use one of these as a little template and go back over here to this next little collection of papers I've cut out. if you do it right, I mean, you can get more than one diamond. I have all these little diamonds cut. The one thing that I'm going to do is lay them down on this decoupage. I'm just using just a thin coat of Mod Podge. And I'm just going to lay on the colors in a way so that the lighter, hopefully I have all these turned the correct way, so that the lighter greens, or the greens that have more white in them, whatever, right here, will give us a sense of moving into a darker color down here. Just because that is what the designer did when they put together this gorgeous idea. I do think it's gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I was a little bit taken back by it at first. I thought, wow, that is really interesting that they would be so crazy bold like that. And then the more I've watched the Olympics this past couple weeks, the more I have loved the craziness of it. I just love it. It's so random. Okay, so that is my random take on it. Okay, and I can just keep going around the block, like completely around. I can go back and get those papers that I just cut and just keep going, just right around the corners, right around the back, whatever. Want to give the whole top a nice thin layer of decoupage again, just to hold everything on there. And for this one, I'm going to kind of do it like I did my other ones. That's just a thin layer of decoupage, so it's going to dry really fast. I'm going to go over with a couple different colors of green. Whoa, bright green. Whoa, whoa. That is just a little bit, that is just way bright. Maybe a little bit darker. Just to kind of offset the crazy neonness of it. And what's fun too is you can do it around the sides too, whatever. And then I do like to give everything a hefty bit of white, so it's winterish and snow. Kind of brightens things up a little bit, and you for sure can wait for your decoupage and other paint to dry. It actually would work even better if you did. Okay, and secondly, I mean, how fun to put some great quotes or whatever alongside of these, and put them someplace, you know, where your family sees them, where your kids see them. Make a little, you know, spot in your studio. I know, aren't they fun? They're just so playful and fun. And just let it be bright, and let it be a great positive motivator for, you know, the steps that you are taking in your life right now. Put out really strong words. I mean, we've given ourselves ample space to add, you know, words to our blocks. We also have a way to, you know, I'll show you later, but we also have a way to add words on top of our blocks, you know, through wire and other things. So anyway, it's just going to be awesome fun, and this will just be a super fun project for you to start out with. And I can't wait to see you in class. So make sure you look over the materials list. There shouldn't be anything tricky on there. Most things are things that you could find, you know, in a simple art store or in your art supplies. And I am always available by email, so contact me for any questions you have. And I love you, and I can't wait to see you. Okay? All right, see you guys.